Hey Explorers, today we're bringing you a very special video about one of our trips inside Iceland. This video is going to tell you how to get to the Solnheimer DC-3 airplane wreck. Their recording team has just told me that was the wrong pronunciation. How do you say it? Solnheimer DC-3 plane wreck. This video is special because you're probably in Iceland, you're thinking about going to Iceland, or you're already planning your trip to Iceland. No matter what the situation is, congratulations, because at the very least you're getting the opportunity to look at pictures of Iceland, one of the world's most beautiful places. So we're going to start out talking about the directions to get there, because there's a possibility that you may be currently in your car trying to find this plane wreck and you just can't get it right. And we know that data in Iceland is very expensive. We're talking at least $15 a day and extra surcharges per gigabyte. And you're using your data to watch us right now, so we're going to give you some tip-top directions. The coordinates we're going to put on the screen right now, and they're also in the description. You can just put that right into your GPS or sat-nav device, depending on what you're using, and that should take you right to the parking lot of the plane wreck. That's right, there's a parking lot for the plane wreck. You go there. It's between two bridges along Highway 1. If you're coming from Reykjavik, you're going to be heading east. The pull-off is going to be on the right. If you're coming from Vik, you're going to be heading west toward Reykjavik, and the pull-off is going to be on the left. So the pull-off is southern from the road. You're going to pull into there. It's a black sand parking lot. Your car will not have any trouble. Honestly, you'll be fine. We made it in a Volkswagen Polo, and there were no issues. The road going to the plane wreck used to be open. However, in recent years, the landowners have closed it because people drive out there a lot. So now there's fences all around, and you're not allowed to drive out there. However, that won't stop the tour companies from driving out there. So you're going to get out of your car. There's no parking fee, and there's no fee to see it, which is pretty great. And unlike a lot of things in Iceland, because Iceland is not very tourist friendly, free tourist friendly at least. So you're going to go over to this sign that's at the entrance to the walkway, and it's going to tell you that the walk is going to take about 4 hours and that it's quite far. It's not. The walk's about 4 kilometers there and back. That's about 2.5 miles there and back. It took us half an hour to get there, half an hour to get back. Super easy, flat ground. You could crawl it if you needed to. So first things first, you probably read about this on websites. They're going to tell you it's a long walk, it's a difficult hike. It's not. It's a straightforward walk. It's not even a hike. Next thing, you're going to read this sign. That's going to tell you that it's a long and difficult hike. It's not. And third, there's probably going to be a tour guide there that's trying to get you to spend money on going in his tour bus. So he's definitely going to tell you that it's going to be a long walk and difficult hike. It is not. It's going to take you half an hour if you're in decent shape, and maybe an hour if you walk really, really slowly. Our half an hour time was walking quite slowly, and we made it there quickly and easily. You can do it too. And we suggest that you do that because it'll save you money, and it will save on pollution costs because you're not riding a tour bus out there. So you're going to go along Highway 1. There's going to be 2 bridges, an eastern bridge and a western bridge. Between these bridges is a pull-off. If you pass more than one bridge, you're going to want to turn around and go back. As you can see on the map here, it's right between these 2 little rivers that come down, and it's just about in the middle. It's more western than in the middle, but it's pretty close to the middle. So again, if you pass more than one bridge, you're going to want to go back and circle around the area until you find it. It's going to be super easy to find. We went in the middle of the winter, the off-season, and the parking lot was still totally full of people. When we went there was this Frenchman there who was very upset that people were on top of the plane and even walking around it, and he was telling everybody to stop being so disrespectful. Not sure why he was saying this. The story behind the plane kind of varies between where you read it. I read a bunch of websites about this before we did this video, and there's no conclusive evidence about what actually happened. But the one fact that all the websites have in common is that nobody died and nobody got hurt. So there's really no need to be worried about being disrespectful when you're here, as long as you're respectful to the landowners. It's a crashed plane, nobody died, nobody got hurt. Be smart when you get there. There was a woman when we went who climbed on top of the plane, took off her shoes and socks, got changed, had some photos taken of her, and then put her clothes back on and her shoes and socks back on. Don't do this. This is how you get tetanus, and this is how you get little tiny pieces of metal in your feet. The photo op is not worth it, and Vine's not around, so you can't do it for the Vine either. So This plane's really easy to get to. I highly recommend going to the Black Sand Beach, which is right nearby, less than a 5-minute walk. These waves are going to be absolutely massive. They're the biggest waves that I've ever seen in my whole life, and that's because they're unbroken, coming all the way from Antarctica. They also have waves here called sneaker waves, and they're waves that have extra power, more power than the other waves, and they sneak up on you, thus the name. So you really need to watch out, stay vigilant when you're walking the beach, especially if you have little kids with you. We had our GoPro set up. You know what, we'll just show the clip here. So we had the GoPro set up, recording some of the ocean, and then a sneaker wave came up. Out of surprise, I had to grab the GoPro and run away. You can also see the full video on our channel. We have the whole video up. In addition to this, I highly recommend just walking around the beach area. It's Black Sand Beach, so it was formed by a volcano. There is brackish water nearby that comes down from a glacial melt. Brackish water is water that's mixed with fresh water and salt water, and there's special types of fish that live here. This water is way too cold for fish to live in, though, so it's just cool water and cool geological features. In addition to this, the high tide carves small sand cliffs, I'm talking about 10 feet, and you can walk on top of it, and they're very fragile, so stay away from the edge because you could fall, as it is just compacted sand. But if you choose to walk down the beach, you will be in danger of getting hit by large sneaker waves. If you choose this route, you can see some very cool geology looking at the little cliffs. You can see layers of sand and rocks going up and down, which is really, really cool. But just remember to stay vigilant, and please, for the love of God, don't litter when you're there. There's so much litter everywhere, it's ridiculous. People's hand warmers stop working, they just throw them on the ground. Why? It's not your land, it's not even your planet. Carry out your trash, please. Thank you guys for watching. We really hope that this video helped you out. Check out all of our other Iceland videos, and please leave a like, a comment, and even subscribe if you really, really like the video. It really helps us know which videos you guys like, because views don't always tell us everything. Thank you guys for watching. Have an awesome trip in Iceland. And if you're not planning on going to Iceland, thank you guys for watching anyway. We'll see you next time.